Hello everyone and welcome back to another DhanhantTv video. We're going to look at some updated play changes that our support that I've coached previously has been playing. They're playing Ana on this map, which I think is a really good pick, because Junkertown has a really good open sight lines just all around the map. So we should find good value with her here. I don't entirely like the positioning we have here. It's just a little awkward. If you're okay with this position, it's fine. But I would probably play a little more secluded, a little more over here, just because you're out of the sight of the enemy a little more. And you're able to heal. You're going to probably have most of your team in this line right here. Like most of your team is probably going to be playing here. So you can just hit fire, shoot, and you're going to be healing people. It doesn't matter where they are. But playing where you are is fine. It just leaves you open to a little more spam. But they don't really have much of a spam comp other than Sigma, so we should be fine regardless. Oh. Okay. Don't worry about the Widow too much. Your Mercy should technically be prioritizing that. It's good on you to, you know, try to keep her up, but yeah, your Mercy really should be the one over there. So if the Widow goes down, that's not your fault. Very good, though, keeping her alive. It's fantastic. I like this positioning. This is all pretty good. Oh. So we just got sucked into that fight a little bit. You were slowly inching up here to, I guess, get more sight lines on the action, when really you probably should have gone more over here and rotated like this way to get more sight on the action. Probably would have been better sight lines. Us getting sucked into the fight just let us more open. Yeah, if we rotated this way, we probably could have then rotated over here, and we could have rotated, like, here. But we just got sucked into that fight, and it let us more open. I've definitely seen some improvement, though, so this is really good. I'm sure we've ranked up a couple times. And if it hasn't been only a few tiers, it's probably been a couple, you know, a couple title changes. That's unlucky. Nothing you can really do about that other than, like, as soon as Blade activated, just run away from it. It's a shame Mercy didn't res us, but that's fine. It seems like it's gonna be a winnable game. Alright, so this is very important. We didn't really cover this too much, but you kind of just died right here. And so if we were here and point was still pushing, if we already know we're gonna die and you have to preemptively know this, you have to remember that you're trying to stall out the payload as much time as possible. So really, I know you wanted to survive, but probably the better play is to jump in on point here and buy the time for it to push down a couple seconds, us to instantly die, so we reset with the team. Us backing up here and then dying here is a stagger kill, which means that we're gonna be late to this next recontest fight. We might see the aftermath of our stagger. So it's better just to die on point there. And that's only if you know you're not gonna get out. Don't be afraid to scope in on this Sigma too whenever it gets low. Your hip fires are delayed, your scope ins are instant on Ana. Nice. Good. If I could imagine, these are probably closer to, like, maybe like low gold lobbies? Mid gold, maybe? Teams seem a little bit more coordinated, and they're definitely using high ground a lot more here, so this is really good. Don't throw out your sleeps unless you need to, because now we don't have a sleep for this nano blade. Yeah, we didn't have a sleep for the nano blade, so we couldn't land anything as soon as he got nano bladed. So just hold on to the sleep dart unless someone gets real close to you. I don't think I've really talked too much about positioning third point, so let's see how we do. I like using this window, this is cool. We're using the nade a lot more too. We weren't using that before, so this is really good. I wouldn't suck yourself into that fight too much. You might need to now. Yeah, good nano, that's really good. Yeah, it just looks like we're using a lot more abilities, a lot more, which is good. Yeah, find out where your position's going to be. They just use Kitsune. Nice. This is great healing. Yeah, if these are my healers, I'd have no complaints. Yeah, all this is really good. I'm not seeing much issues here. Good sleep. Good. There, I'd probably rotate back into spawn just to keep yourself alive. Remember, we want to stall that payload, so we want to go back into spawn. I don't know why Mercy didn't res us there, but if we went back into spawn, maybe we could have healed up, came out, helped the Sigma again. When it's overtime, it's still not your job to touch the point. So as Ana, you should probably be playing like back here or over here. Probably back here is a safer option because if you get pressured, you can rotate back into spawn and they can't shoot you. You standing on cart is not going to be good because you're going to be an easy target for people. And especially in higher ranks, there's probably going to be more people using this high ground here to shoot you. Especially as Sojourn. If you're sitting on point here, you're kind of just a sitting duck to that entire high ground that's right here. So if I were you, I would probably sit back here in overtime. Your Sigma's supposed to mainly be on point. It's not like he's going to push any backline up here. So just be wary of that. That's probably why they end up capping here. Yeah. If you guys are liking the content, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. We are approaching 200 subscribers now. Very slowly, but we're getting there. So, if you guys like more coaching videos like this, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because I try to make sure I upload coaching videos to help you guys climb. If you guys have any coaching videos for me to watch, make sure you guys put that down in the comments below. I'll make sure to get to them as soon as I can. So we're sticking with on attack. This is cool. This is good. That's okay. That's unlucky for our Widow. We don't need to sit and spawn. Cool. Yeah, we can slowly push payload here. Just try to avoid enemy sight lines while doing so. You don't want to get picked off just because you're the one having to push the cart. I would rotate, I think, left side here. It ends up working out. Yeah, watch out for that Widow up there. That's probably why I would push left side, mainly because of this Widow. So Zana, it's not entirely your job to push the cart. Sometimes it's better to win the fight before, but that's why if I was Ana, instead of me pushing through this choke here and then ending up here in no man's land, I'd probably like push around here. Right here, you don't actually see, the Widow can't see you. So I probably would have played here. That's just an easier, engagement into the fight without us actually having any kind of danger. So really watch out for these people on the high ground. They're going to be your biggest issue when you're playing in Junkertown. And that's why I probably would play here, just to mitigate the Widow. Alternatively, you could play here. It's a little closer. Still avoids this sightline. And eventually your tank's going to push payload. So you don't have to worry about it as long as the fight's won. And then your third option, I guess, it's a little more dangerous, but you could play over here by just rotating from here through building. And the Widow shouldn't be looking down here. They almost never are. They're looking like this. Yeah, so we lose this fight probably just because we died at a bad position and forced our Mercy to res us. Also at a bad position. Or you can play, you can play over right side with this Winston here. This is good positioning too. I would probably land an anti. Unlucky. Very good. I think, yeah, you want 3 on cart here because the fight's 1. The payload moves faster at when 3 people are pushing it compared to 1. 3's the max though anymore, and it does not push any faster. There, I would wait until we're up in the air to get the Sigma. No Sigma's usually gonna lift you up close to the ground. Most Sigmas fly up to where their targets are to shoot them and try to land one-shots. So if we just waited until we were flying up in the air with him, we could have easily landed that sleep because he'd be right in our face versus how you hit it where you were trying to like move up as you're shooting the sleep. Good. Good prediction on the ball. Just he stopped doing it. Unfortunate. This is good. I don't entirely like our positioning here. We're kind of in enemy spawn territory. I would probably be closer to our Mega. It's fine to push the payload as Ana here. As Ana, it's kind of transitions on who's pushing cart. So Ana's gonna push cart probably primarily once it's capped. But as soon as the enemy team starts getting closer to cart, you need to start finding out where the best position is for you to be. Helping your Winston out there is okay. I think it was a little overextended, to be honest, and unnecessary, but still works out, still fine. Obviously, the Winston didn't need heals there. And everyone gets so worried about a Winston in Primal. When it says critical on Winston in Primal, he still has 500 health, which means he's just normal health Winston. So don't be too scared about your Winston when he's in Primal. Oh yeah, this is great. If you guys want to see more Ana coaching videos, I'll link some at the end of this video for you guys to watch more. That's unfortunate. That's okay though. That wasn't really your duty. Pushing him off for the res would be good. Don't be too sucked into the fight here. This is pretty good positioning though. Yeah, we're just forgotten about hugging those stairs. Doing a little bit of trolling here. Usually it's the overtime plays that ends up making you lose point because you start overextending. That usually happens in every rank. I do recommend, if you guys are posting videos down in the comments, that they are games that are pretty close and you guys lose. It usually gives me the best analysis because it helps to show and exploit your weaknesses more on games that you lose. Because you probably lost those games because of your actions. Games that you end up winning are usually just because the team doesn't exploit your weakness. We can push cart here. We can push cart. There you go. Just watch out for the Hanzo. Yeah, we can still push cart. Just make sure we get that cart all the way to overtime. Really put the pressure on them. Nade. Sweet. No. We needed to nade the queen. We don't need to fight the queen. We can run away from the queen. We're still getting into the fight on overtime. That's going to be the main issue here. Remember, we still have 2 minutes. We can breathe. We can step away from point. The queen has to stay on point. If the queen doesn't stay on point, he gets shoved in for free. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so we win that. Just so you know, though, that entire point, we didn't have to stay on cart, though. We could have definitely stayed either to the left, back away from the cart, somewhere that's, like, not on cart, so that we end up being able to help our entire team without getting constantly pressured by the tank. Overall, though, that was pretty good. Only things we need to work on is not getting sucked into the fight on overtime, making sure we're conscious about where the damage heroes are playing. There were times that we got picked by that Widow on high ground just because we weren't aware of it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and happy climbing as always.